What's going on, everybody? It's a Wednesday, Wild Wednesday with the
Cowboy.
And I think he just made a Star Trek reference.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
It's lunchtime. My roadcaster is haunted.
I see that.
I have no idea what the hell it's trying to do today.
That was bizarre.
Oh my goodness. If you guys could only see what we're going through before we go live.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit happening.
Yeah, Joseph, our Yabba Dabba Do turned into a Yabba Dabba Don't right before the show. But it looks like it's here. Look who's in the chat today.
Oh, look at Miss Carolyne.
Carolyne Prevo. Missed her this week on the show. Hopefully she'll be back whenever we do another show. It's going to be weird for the next couple days, weeks. Best way to start a Saturday morning as a kid, man. I love the Flintstones. Flintstones, Jetsons, Super Friends.
Captain Caveman.
Yeah. I think you'll do a good Captain Caveman impersonation.
Captain
I want to do it in this, Mike.
No, probably not.
No.
Captain Caveman, the whole Hanna-Barbera catalog was fantastic at the time.
Snagglepuss.
Exit stage right.
Rocky and Bullwinkle mornings. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. And now kids don't get it at all. There's no cartoons because they made a network, so everybody just shut her down.
Which is wild to me.
And then the Sevon podcast stole their logo and made it a CrossFit network.
And here we are.
So, yeah.
Basically brings us to today.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Carolyne was sick Sunday, just so people, that's why she wasn't with us. Still feeling a bit off, but better than Sunday night, that's for sure. I haven't been sick in years. And it's qualifier season. So if you're a games athlete and you're trying to qualify for stuff, this is not the time to be sick. Not the time to be sick.
If I saw it right, she's already qualified for NorCal, so she's gold.
And she got a master's invite to Del Mar.
Shocking.
So she got some stuff there. So I think she's in good position, at least. A couple
well deserved. Well deserved, well earned.
Speaking of making you sick, I saw this on Instagram right before we went on the air. I had to get your take on this.
Oh, here we go.
As a movie buff and a food buff,
I am.
Would you eat the new Skippy limited edition Terminator 2 silver peanut butter?
No. No, I would not. You remember when they made purple ketchup? Same thing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's just, there's no way I could spread that on a bun and say, hey, what are they thinking?
I eat peanut butter just about every day of my life. Got some right here in my desk, and there's no way on God's green earth that doesn't look like peanut butter. That looks like
it looks like the T2000 after he fell into the vat of steel.
Yeah, and Meredith has got an excellent point. What makes it silver?
Yeah, it can't be organic.
No. I don't know if you've ever seen peanuts, but they're pretty much the same color as they are whenever you make them into peanut butter. Like, they have not changed at any point given that. There's no way.
Carolyne's a hard no. Craig is a no way. Vicky is a gross. Jay Birch is a no. And Vicky says it looks like an alien vomit.
I want to know who thought it was a good idea, who like rewatched Terminator 2 for the 15th time and was like, you know what we ought to do? Whenever he's just straight liquid metal, that looks delicious. We should make that into peanut butter.
Here's my thing. Well, Terminator 2 came out in 88, 87.
No, 92, I want to say.
Okay, 92. It has been 30 plus years
100%.
since the movie was on the screen. And now you decide to make a commemorative peanut butter?
Even better than that, we've passed what Judgment Day was supposed to be. Like that date, we're already past it.
We must have went back and killed John Connor, and we're all safe now.
So not only has it been 30-something years since the movie came out, according to the movie itself, we're already past Judgment Day. So like, what are we even doing?
It's dangerous product to promote for kids because it looks like adhesives. Skippy's legal team is crazy. It took 30 plus years for it to turn silver. So that they just took a batch of Skippy, left it sit out for 30 some years, turned silver. Now we're going to sell it as Terminator 2.
Added sugar, kids. Stay away from it.
They're late. Maybe they went back to the future. Got that flux capacitor fired up. Yeah, I had to share that. What the hell? So gross. I could never see and I love peanut
there's
butter.
No way.
Love peanut butter. No way am I putting that in my mouth.
Okay, so check this out. In Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the date for the apocalypse was August 29th, 1997. So not only
have we cleared it, we've cleared it by a long
30 years.
Nothing like some JB Weld on your Sammy. Yeah.
It looks like either JB Weld or there's this stuff called that you put on whenever you bolting stuff up in a plant setting that keeps it from seizing up. It's called never seize, anti-seize. And when you get a little bit on you, it gets everywhere. That was the first thought I had whenever you pull that up. It's like, that's what that looks like. And you don't want to eat it. It's an industrial product. It's not good whatsoever. No, yeah. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but them and the purple and green ketchup people all need to be fired immediately, if not sooner.
On another subject we talked about at the end of yesterday's show, and that is us, the crazy old men screaming at the clouds and people parking on the street. We actually got a comment in the YouTube comments where a man is talking about how in his neighborhood, they all have one stall garages, single lane driveways, and he parks 2 cars in the street. Okay, I get it. Maybe you don't have the space and you can't rearrange the cars every day. But in my neighborhood, everybody has a 2-car garage. Everybody has a 2-lane driveway, and the street is not designed for street parking. So when you have 2 cars on the street, my Nissan Murano barely fits between the 2 cars. Yeah. That's how tight it is. So what I'm screaming about is my predicament.
Same. My wife drives a Tesla Model 3. It is not the biggest thing on the road. And I drove it last night to go bring Jameson to STEM night at school. And on the way back, somebody's moving whatever, his big moving truck in his driveway. And there were 5 cars on one side and 4 on the other, and which makes just enough room for me to pass that thing through there. It's ridiculous.
And this week with 15 inches of snow, we need a plow down our street so we can get out.
Oh, yeah.
And the plow doesn't fit. So now we're stuck just hoping the garbage truck pats it down enough that we can actually get into some ruts and get out. And yesterday I was able to get out. I tested it because I have that surgery tomorrow. Right. I needed to make sure I could get out to the main road. And once you get to the main road here, it's all clear. But you, like our neighborhood, you just can't get anything down our street. And that's the frustration.
Yeah, I see.
Vicky says, my neighbor across the street parks all their cars on the road instead of the driveway or garage. Yeah, we have a guy in our neighborhood. Now, he's on the main drag where it's a much wider street, but across from him is like an open field where the kids play. And he parks all of his cars down that open spot where the kids play. Now, if it were me, like the footballs and the baseballs and are probably hitting those cars pretty regularly. So that's parked there at your own risk. And if you want to be that stupid,
Go for it. Go for it. I fully endorse that if it's not my shit.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clear up in my neighborhood.
Right.
In my neighborhood, the street is not wide enough for that. And the driveways all are at least double. A lot of people in my neighborhood have even widened them.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. I want to do that with ours, but my wife keeps putting it off.
Yeah, it's on my list, but it's not. It didn't make the top yet.
It's so the way they poured it. So my garage does not face the street. Okay, so like it's an L shape. So you got to pull in and pull in. But instead of making the driveway as wide as where the garage starts, it comes up and then does this to get like, and I got little extra piece on the other side. Instead of just pouring it straight down. So that's what most people have done, is just added on those two little strips on either side. And like now all of a sudden you got a million times more parking. And it looks cleaner because it's not a pretty little angle going into your garage. But now you get this awkward place to cut grass. I don't know. I don't want to start I'm just going to get overly upset about my neighborhood because it's stupid.
Yeah. All right. Next thing up is Boys Interrupted are everywhere.
You can't get away from them.
Everywhere. So we talked about Jason yesterday on Cam Haines. Boys Interrupted put out a live podcast. I think it was last night.
Oh.
And talked about all of their adventures through going to Alaska with the Air National Guard, went back and talked about what it was like at the ranch, what they did at the SAP Center. It's a great listen. And listen, the guys, the fact that they do this gives us a peek into their lives that we don't ever really get with CrossFit athletes. They show up on other podcasts and they talk about brief things, but to talk about what they go through day to day is so insightful in what they deal with on a given day or a given week. And they're spending a full week together, and they actually talk about how it's the first time they've spent this much time in close quarters and how they're kind of dealing with that. So, but the one thing I wanted to point out from that is they talk about going to CrossFit Northern Exposure in Alaska, which I thought, great name.
Great name.
Great name. If you are not a fan of that show back in the day, it was an awesome show, but to call it CrossFit Northern Exposure, so awesome. And they talked about going in there and working with the community, talking to the community, talking about their PRs, giving them cues, because they all did Grace. I think Grace or Isabel last night or whenever it was. And they even talked to some kids and got some kids involved. And they really talked about how what's cool, what they saw there was the next generation starting CrossFit. Like we're finally getting to an age in the CrossFit methodology where the people who started it at a young age are now having kids who are starting it at a young age. And they were talking about how great the movement quality was of these kids who are kind of raised in a CrossFit family coming in and doing this, and how awesome it is that they have this great movement quality. They lift with great movement. It doesn't deteriorate over time. And it was so exciting to see. And so I thought that was a cool moment. And then they talked about wanting to be more and more involved with the community. And they want to do more stuff like this. And in fact, Justin said him and Ellie every Sunday go to a CrossFit affiliate now called CrossFit Canvas. And they go to be around the community once a week.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
That's the stuff we were talking about yesterday. But we need to say it outside the bubble in addition to inside the bubble. And I know the interviews don't always lend themselves to be able to do that. But that's the stuff we need them to talk about outside of the CrossFit ecosphere.
the people that they're interacting with should also be putting it out there that they're there. Like, how cool it would be, like, oh shit, Justin Majeros comes to my gym every Sunday. Like, the first couple of weeks, it's probably stunning at worst, right? Like, holy shit, this dude is actually here. After a while, the new wears off of it, and it's like, yeah, it's Justin. He's right there. He's just come jump in class or open gym or doing whatever. But put that out there, like, hey man, these guys are still guys. Like, they still want to do stuff. They still are regular people. They come out and they talk and they hang out and whatnot. And the more of that kind of stuff that gets out there, that lets people understand that yes, they are games athletes, they are champions, they are past champions, whatever you want to call them. They're also still people, just like you, who are fighting through stuff, just like you, and that, and especially getting that out there to the non-CrossFitting public, who might be on the fence, and look at stuff and they see, oh man, I don't know. I got a friend of mine I've been knowing for 30 something years, put a thing out on Facebook the other day and said, I can't. Was looking for a group class type deal, right? And she's like, yeah, Pilates or yoga or something. I was like, come to CrossFit. I said, we'll get you back strong. We'll get, like, she lost 70 something pounds this year and she's looking to do something to maintain that. And I was like, come to CrossFit. He's like, well, I've seen the videos of stuff you do. I said, I didn't start out doing that stuff. I didn't get there on the first day snatching 205 and doing ring muscle ups. Like, that's, yeah, I post a lot of that kind of stuff now, but it took a really long time for me to get there. Some people never do, and that's okay. And to understand that when you meet these guys, high-end CrossFit athletes, games winners, whatever the case, they didn't start out doing all that stuff. They had to learn just like anybody else to be able to get to where they are.
Yeah.
That's a message that needs to be out there more.
I think that's the hardest message to get out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that none of us started out that way, right? We had to work our way into it. And nothing gets you prepared for it. You just have to do it. The video CrossFit put out with the Instagram teacher was great. I'm sure you've talked about it already, but just saying.
She is a teacher. She posts basically from her car whenever she leaves out of class. I forget what her handle is, but she's fantastic. She's hilarious. And she just basically talks about what just happened. And she's just like super dry humor type stuff. And then finally, Instagram collaborated with her on one of her videos. She's great. She really, really is. She's hilarious.
I've seen it. I didn't click on it. I think I was in a meeting or something and just trying to catch a little whatever.
She's come across my feed since she started.
I have seen it. I'll go click on it.
Yeah. She's been across my feed, I guess since she started, or since not long after she started. And she's great. She's funny as shit.
Amanda, it's that saying, the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. Show up. That's all you have to do. That is really, really it. We tell people that. We got a dude, one of my real good friends, lives in the neighborhood, Quentin. I told him that this morning, we did Kelly this morning. Just coached him through it and whatnot. He cut 10 minutes off his time from the first time he did it. Scaled it, obviously, to the first time. Still scaled it today, but cut 10 minutes off. Went from 38 minutes to 28 minutes, right? Used the appropriate wall ball. And the only thing he scaled this morning was, instead of doing 30 wall balls and 30 box jumps, he did 20 and 20, right? Cut 10 minutes, had the correct weight wall ball, the 20 or whatever. And I told him this morning, I said, I remember when you first got here, dude. And like the third day, he was laying on the floor trying to catch his breath. And I was like, you all right? And he said, man, y'all crazy. I said, you in here with us. I don't know if you know that or not, but like, you can't say y'all crazy and then not include yourself because you're in here with us. So I reminded him of that this morning, and now his wife, they're doing Weight Watchers together, trying to she wants to try to get healthy and whatnot. Now we finally got his wife kind of half-assed on board, and she's interested in seeing if she can start coming to class. So it's just showing up. Like I've been telling him that for years, dude. Just show up. That's all you have to do. We will make you better at whatever it is you're trying to do.
Yeah,
Come in the door.
I'm gonna break what we're talking about because I have to tell you something.
Yes.
So the other day I was listening to a podcast with Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson do a podcast called Where Everybody Knows Your Name. Okay, and they have guests on and they talk to them. Well, they had Matthew McConaughey on. You and him have the exact same pace of talk. The exact same. Every story he tells, he has to tell the name of that person involved in the story, just like you do. And then it goes on the same pace as McConaughey. And I was like, I'm listening to this and I'm going, oh my God, it's like hanging out with Cory.
I mean, we're both good Southern boys, man. Kanye's from Texas. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a slam. It's all right, all right, all right.
Absolutely. Yes, Ortega. God, it drives me bananas too, dude.
I need to get fit before I try CrossFit, so give me like a month. Hate this statement. Yeah, I said it. I said that statement. I went to the Y before I did CrossFit. I mean, I was doing some stuff in my garage with my next door neighbor, but really I was doing most of my stuff at the Y. Nothing prepared me for that first day in the gym. Nothing. Like you start warming up and you're like, what the hell is this? But then when you're done, you're like, I did it all. Like I did it all. Right?
It's a feeling of accomplishment. Just looking at it, walking in, seeing what's on the board, especially when we got something like today, man. If I'm coaching a class, I'm like, look, I know this looks like a lot of work, and it is, but I guarantee you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. We're going to get through it. Not a big deal.
Yeah, Vicky, exactly. McConaughey and Cory are both storytellers.
I try to be.
David Reed, Ortega, that is exactly how I feel.
Doug, you too far off in it to feel like that at this point, dude.
Yep.
You're certified.
So yeah, it's a great video. The Boys Interrupted, really fun. They say there's a ton of content coming out from this week. I think they're doing stuff. I think CrossFit Media is traveling with them through this whole trip. And so they're putting stuff out. CrossFit's putting stuff out. It's going to be leaking. We're going to be sick of them in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But they're doing something for the method, for the whole ecosystem of CrossFit, not just for the game season. They also said if we get 800,000 follow-up or signups for the Open, the prize purse at the games will be $1 million for the winner. Now we've never come close to 800,000.
I'm about to say,
Never.
I mean, kudos to them, but I don't see that happening. But all right.
Ortega said, I went in different. I said, I can do that. Turns out that was a lie too. Well, you did it. You did it. Did you do it like elegantly or did you do it gracefully? Maybe not.
It's that feeling, dude, where like you lay on the ground, you're trying to catch your breath and trying to figure out exactly what the hell just happened.
Right.
And you're like, and I want more. Like, I don't know what that was, but holy shit, I want to do it again.
Yeah. Denise says, my aunt from Covington, Louisiana, she would start every story she told with, now, honey, let me tell you a story. Done with a New Orleans accent. Carolyn's like, yeah, and second place would be like 100K. The difference between first and second is so massive. Not lying either.
No, she's not wrong. She's not wrong whatsoever.
Bruh, I did Fran as my first workout. Took me 8 minutes and I vomited. Dude, my first workout was Murph.
Yeah.
And it didn't take me 8 minutes. It took me a lot longer. And I wanted to die. I really wanted to die, but there was something that inner athlete kicked in and I just kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing. And then I was done. And it was really scaled. I've told the story a million times on here. Super scaled, but in that moment, it clicked something on that I didn't have for 30 years before that day.
And I guarantee you it didn't feel scaled while you were doing it. Does that make sense? Like you didn't think you were doing quote less work than anybody else because holy smokes, you're getting your ass handed to you.
Vicky said, I will say that the boys in Colton are the only individual athletes that really understand their games check is dependent on people signing up. I hope not.
I hope not. I don't think.
I think Lucy Campbell. I think Lucy Campbell gets it. I think Tia gets it. But they're definitely vocal about it.
They're more vocal about it. I don't think the other
Carolyne gets it.
Who's that?
Carolyne
100% gets it. I don't think that the other ones are ignorant of it. I just think that they are either focused on other things or have the opinion that it's not their job to do. Like other people should do it for them, right? Having that kind of, I don't want to say elitist attitude, but like I have other things to do. I can't be promoting the open when all it takes is to make a freaking 5-minute video, 5 minutes to make a video and post it online, or let CrossFit do it for you because they have been.
Yeah.
How hard is that? And then reshare it.
Yeah. And I know, Vicky, I'm not trying to be picky about it, but anytime you talk in like absolutes like that, we've got to be careful because I think it's more than that. And maybe the people that do know don't have the following that the people that are, so we don't see it as much, right? So, and they probably understand it more because they're the ones like dying for the prize money.
Well, I think what John said right there is what the point Vicky's trying to get across. They seem to be the only ones that are doing something about it.
They're the ones that have the opportunity right now. And we talked about that too, right? Like it's now easy for Dave and the team at CrossFit to reach out to these 4 individuals because they put themselves out there. It doesn't mean that others wouldn't do the same thing if given that opportunity.
Right.
And it's convenient. Most of them are on the West Coast. It doesn't cost as much to bring them in. But I'm betting other people would do the same thing.
The thing is that, and I think what Vicky and John is getting across is that perception is reality. So if that's all you see, right? Well, these guys are the only ones that give a shit about it. And the girls, as you mentioned, that are doing it. Lucy especially, like Lucy's saying stuff about like, please sign up. I want to win money. Like not only I want to be fittest, but please sign up because I want to. She just bought a house.
Well,
like
and
she's got all this other stuff going on.
Everything they've asked Tia to do, she's jumped in. She's
amazing, dude. She is a solid human being.
Is doing apparel commercials for CrossFit. She's going to be at the Open. She like all of that stuff, right? So and here's Carolyne, right? They have videographers, CrossFit Games people behind them. Also, people doing sometimes their social media. Lots of those athletes have more help for their content, right? So the people with less following may understand it just as much, but they don't have the opportunity to do the things that these guys have had the opportunity to do. And I'm not criticizing them at all. Like, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. It's awesome. But I said this a couple weeks ago, I want CrossFit to reach out to other athletes because I think there are others out there. And that's our opportunity to get to know more. The more athletes we know, the more people will watch.
Put out an all call, like from CrossFit. Hey, if you want to get I don't say get your story out there, but if you want to help us promote the Open that is going to lead to a higher prize purse at the games that you are trying to get to, we will help you. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like they can get people just to send me some video that you have because everybody videos themselves, maybe not Carolyne.
Which I appreciated when CrossFit Games made a video for the Open for the athletes of last year. It was so easy for me to share. And how many athletes shared that? How many athletes shared that? So many. Ortega says, sounds like Ariel Owen may be in the Open. Ariel shared that video as well. I know it was said on Dense Updates that she had not yet. It was like a day or two later she shared hers.
Sweet.
John George putting the wet blanket on. I'm not taking that bet. I think I've met so many of these athletes. They all want what's best for CrossFit. All we know are the top 10. And yeah, there's probably some in the top 10 that don't want to be bothered to do that.
That's only because Brian Friend knows the top 100.
Not going there again. How many posted the open video HQ made? I would bet probably 70%.
I saw it a lot on various from various people.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a ton of them. Jenny posted almost all of them on her stories, so you could see who posted and who didn't.
If I run across it, I'll repost them, whoever's it was. I mean, the more people that share that kind of stuff, the more eyeballs it gets to, the more it gets into other people's feeds who may be interested even about fitness in general, and then they can see that kind of stuff. It snowballs. The more people do it, the more people share it, the better it is for everybody, from elite athletes on down to regular athletes, down to affiliate owners, everybody.
Jenny kept a list because of course she did.
I was about to say, of course she did.
How close was my 70%, Jenny? Just out of curiosity. That is what I'm terrible at. I am terrible at organization. Like, I have ideas and I have things I want to talk about. But I am not good at collecting all like Jenny, the fact that she can go back 10 years and pull a clip from something that I am not good at that. Just not good at it. And that's why it's great to have people like her in the space that do that for me. And I can just say, hey, Jenny said this.
They call it a TMZ, dude, but a lot of the stuff that she has is just, like I said, it's clips, it's facts. It's not rumor. She might repeat some of the stuff that she's heard, which people would be doing anyway, but she's got a platform to do it. So, but most of the stuff she posts is just regular old clips you could find just about anywhere else.
Carol said if they sent another reel of us, I'd post it too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
As you should, Carolyne. They should, let me tell you something. They should be promoting the ever living shit out of Carolyne Prevost. Ask me why. You already know why.
Tell me, Cory.
Who qualified for 2 separate games in 1 year? Name another person besides her. Masters games and individual games. Pick another person.
It's happened before, but she's the only one that's not from Brazil.
In recent memory?
Yeah.
Who else before?
The one that's from Brazil.
The one that's from Brazil that's clearly on steroids? That one?
Yes.
That the one we're talking about? While holding a full-time real-life job, yes.
Andre Pinheiro in 24 made both.
Mm.
Out of the South American region.
The juicy.
The juicy one. Yeah.
In that case, I stand corrected.
Sam Briggs did it in separate years. She never made it in the same year.
No, Sam did it in separate years. And it wasn't back to back. I don't believe. I think the last year Sam made it, it took her 2 years before. I think she took a year off and then came back and made the Masters games.
Jenny said 15 of the 60 did not post it, and that is as of last Friday.
Yeah.
If anybody posted after Friday, that's not in that count. That's 75%.
Yep.
75% of the athletes reposted, and I think collaborated with the CrossFit Games on that.
As they should. Why wouldn't you?
But that's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
But they also sent it to athletes who didn't make the games. Well, they did. They sent it to Dave Castro too. I technically with his open announcements, like the reel of the open announcements at the beginning,
who technically made the games because he made the games.
He made the games.
See that? Dad jokes all day long, right there, baby.
To be fair, previous Masters athletes like Sam until a few years ago couldn't do both.
Sam, I'm gonna need you to stop. Excuse me, Caroline. I'm gonna need you to stop being humble right now. End of story. Moving right along.
So, anyway, I think that those are good numbers, and
Yeah.
I think that CrossFit is trying. They're putting out some good content now about signing up for the Open. I wish it would have been a week or two earlier. That was my only hope. But since they've kicked it off, they've done well. Numbers are higher than they've been in the past. Hopefully we can keep that ball rolling and get some signups in there. Speaking of, if your YouTube name is at philb-z6d, you have your Open registration paid for by Clydesdale Media and an anonymous source that helped me out with that.
Clydesdale Media.
I don't want to take all the credit.
Who should not
the person asked for a person asked not to be named, but they helped me out and said, "Here's a couple to give away," and I thank that person immensely. But they asked not to be named.
He shall not be named.
So, if you are at philb-z6d, DM me on Instagram. Find a way to get out to me. Comment on YouTube, whatever, as a way so I can send you the code so you can sign up for the Open.
Also, fix your email address because that is really hard to say, apparently.
Well, it's a YouTube username.
Yeah, which is now it's your Gmail email. Yeah, that's look at Be Limitless Vicky. Doesn't just say Vicky anymore.
Well, you create your own username on YouTube. It's not your email, but
Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort.
That's what we're looking for.
Voldemort gave me the code to give away. Vicky, I screamed my ass off for Carolyne in 2025. That should have been a bigger storyline. Amen, sister.
100%. 100%.
Amen, sister.
It's hard enough to make one, much less both.
Yeah, and do them both in the same month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And almost win one of them.
Correct.
Take second, get a medal, do all the stuff.
Absolute insanity.
Yeah.
Basically, we're just saying that Carolyne is an animal, which we already know, but moving right along.
So the last thing I have on my thing is the story of the day, and that is how in the bloody hell does Bill Belichick get not get voted in on a first ballot Hall of Fame? The guy won 6 Super Bowls as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator. He went to 16 championship games. And he's second all time in wins in the NFL, and he doesn't get in on a first ballot Hall of Fame vote.
There was a picture I saw, and it was him with all of his rings on, all the Super Bowl rings, right? And he's got enough to get on both
8 of them.
hands. Yeah.
8 of them.
And somebody was like, if this is all you need to know. This is all you need to know right here. Like, forget the rest of it. Just that alone, that you would think that would be enough. And they were like, no, we're going to skip him this year.
So Carolyne says people looking at his NFL off-field things, Jay Birch girlfriend controversy, perhaps. Listen, the Football Hall of Fame does not have a morality clause.
No.
O.J. Simpson is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I don't need to say anything more.
One of the meme pages I followed, the dude was standing, and it was at the Hall of Fame, standing in front of the bust of O.J. Simpson. It was like, it said, I can't believe Bill Belichick's not in here. He's standing in front of the. It's like, bro.
If nothing Bill Belichick has done off the field is what OJ allegedly did.
Not even close.
Right. And
not in the same ballpark.
It is a travesty. It is a joke. It makes the Pro Football Hall of Fame a sham.
Yeah.
There are no coaches that Kenneth DeLapp, OJ was not deemed innocent in all courts. Okay. Criminal court, yes. Civil court, no. Just saying.
Correct.
he is the greatest NFL coach ever. Unless you're going back to like 1920 and George Halas, who started the league.
Which is not the same thing.
The fact that he's not in is so my question to you is, if CrossFit had a Hall of Fame, who would be as big a snub as Bill Belichick?
Matt Fraser and Rich Froman or Tia. I mean, you could even say, you could definitely say Tia.
Well, my thought was Matt, because Belichick was known to not be friendly with the media.
Right.
Matt was not necessarily friendly to the media all the time. Matt has 5 championships, 2 second placers. He every chance he went to the games, it was either second or first. So I was thinking like the parallels are kind of the Matt Fraser, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense if you say it like that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Matt.
Where Tia was never grumpy with the media or anything like that. Rich was definitely not grumpy with the media.
The only person Tia's ever been grumpy with was herself. And then after she got over that, she won 7 in a row. So there's that. That's wild, dude. That's wild. Let's look. Bill Belichick not getting in, not a first ballot, which is absolute insanity. And Shedeur Sanders getting selected for the Pro Bowl with more interceptions than touchdowns. That's an actual stat.
Yeah, true.
Holy
Shedeur Sanders making it to the Pro Bowl is a joke and a travesty. But the Pro Bowl has been a joke forever anyway.
I understand that
anymore.
I get that, but like this pretty much like encases it in concrete and throws it off in the river.
Yeah. Shedeur Sanders is like Phil Toon getting into the CrossFit Pro Bowl.
Oh, Phil.
I'm not familiar with the NFL Hall of Fame things, but do they have coaches in there at the moment that were first ballot? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am sure Ditka more than likely.
Well, Ditka made it in as a player, and I don't think they re-vote you in because you became a coach.
Madden.
Madden did not get in on first ballot, but really? People like Chuck Noll, Don Shula, they got in first ballot.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Tom Landry.
Jerry Jones. Excuse me.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. That's what I meant.
Jimmy Johnson did not get in first ballot, but he had a very short NFL career. A couple years with the Cowboys, a couple years with the Dolphins, and then he retired. And so his was more like he didn't have the longevity. Don Shula was the winningest coach in NFL history. He got in first ballot. Tom Landry got in first ballot. Chuck Noll got in first ballot.
Tom Landry's hat probably got in first ballot as well.
True. I do believe Jerry Jones is in the Hall of Fame.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And he should be. Yeah. I mean, he's a joke. Now, he's a joke as an owner, but he's brilliant as a businessman, and he brought so much new revenue to the NFL with thinking outside the box that he should be in the, and he's the one that negotiated the big television contracts.
He as a GM, he's absolutely terrible. But as an owner and the stuff that he did for a league, like you just said, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Carolyne, okay, that's just ridiculous. And the only way I could see him not being first is if that's reserved for players only. It is not.
It's not. It's not. But I read that too.
Yeah. Linda CF, I read they wanted to punish him for Spygate and Deflategate. Here's my thing. Jimmy Johnson exposed it all today. If you're not an NFL geek like I am, Jimmy Johnson said they all did Spygate. They learned it from the Indianapolis Colts, who taught them how to do it, and other teams tried it. And Jimmy said, we just weren't getting any good information from it, so we just stopped. And Bill got caught. The rest of us did it. He's just the only one that got caught. In Deflategate, I think the Patriots won that game 48-0. Andrew Luck, the quarterback of the opposing team, said, "It wasn't because deflated balls that we got beat that day."
It's because they didn't play any defense. They left the defense on the bus.
The NFL punished him for those two specific things while he was still active.
Yep.
Why does he need to be punished again? Once you do your time, you don't need to do it again.
No, yeah, you double jeopardy at that point. The whole thing's ridiculous. It's same thing about the Saints and Bountygate. They put money on people's heads. Yeah, you don't think every team in the league doesn't do that?
That used to be common practice.
Again,
Common practice.
They got exposed for whatever reason, and they got punished for it. Period. It's ridiculous, dude.
I'm sure there's gates for many teams, but not caught. Canada women's soccer at the Olympics got penalized for being caught spying when other teams are also doing it. Yeah, everybody tries to cheat. My football coach in high school told me, listen, when it comes down to it, everything's legal till you get caught.
Absolutely.
So when you're trying to block that guy across from you, you use every tactic you can until they call a flag.
Dude, when I was coaching my oldest in soccer and whatnot, I would tell the defenders all the time, like, if they don't see you grabbing that girl's shirt, then grab it if you have to. I don't like stop her, foul her, do what you got to do, but like don't. It's as soon as they tell you, as soon as you get caught doing it, then don't do it anymore. But up until that point, if you can roll with it, roll with it. The good players, you don't have to tell them stuff like that. They just do it because they know, oh, I'm going to push this as far as I possibly can. And then when I can't push it anymore, when they penalize me for it, then we'll go ahead and pull back. Okay, that's where the line's at.
Yeah, and it's just like everything in CrossFit, right? If it's a live judged sport, and you know that you can reduce your range of motion and still get a good rep for it.
Yeah.
Most athletes, not all, but most athletes are going to do what it takes to win the race. What's worse, Bill or Pete Rose? Pete Rose by a landslide.
It's not even close.
Pete Rose fixed games.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick never tried to lose.
No.
Ever. And again, Deflategate, deflated balls were not what helped him win that game. And truly, that's all Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the one that tests the balls and approves which ones to use for the game or not. Not Bill Belichick. And are they going to make Tom Brady sit out a year? When he comes up? No, you know damn well he's getting in first ballot.
Correct.
And he was part of all of the same gates.
No, they can't. Matter of fact, they cannot wait to put Tom Brady in the Hall of Fame. They are sitting there. There's probably a counter somewhere with the numbers just rolling off every second before they can put Tom Brady.
Probably already got the bust half done.
100%. 100%. Comes in every day, polishes a little bit more, gets a little bit more. Okay, make sure I got his chin just right.
Andrew Spen, Cincinnati native, where Pete Rose played most of his baseball, bet on teams to win, never fix games. So he said.
Correct.
He also said he never bet on baseball for about 10 years before he changed that story.
Vehemently denied he betted on baseball, much less his own games.
They both got hosed, in my opinion. I agree. For Pete Rose's playing career, he should have got in the Hall of Fame. Should have never got in as a coach. But I agree with a lot of people that said, but by his bust, it should have said Pete Rose got busted for gambling on baseball and is serving a lifetime suspension. And then the whole story is there.
Yeah.
Great player, most hits in Major League Baseball history, but he did this thing that got him suspended.
Easy day.
Worse than the Liver King? Who did the Liver King hurt? Well, I guess people that bought his supplements. I don't think what Bill did was that big of a deal. In my opinion. Spygate, I don't give two shits about.
No, again, he got caught. Like they were trying to get a competitive advantage. They got caught. They got penalized for it, and they moved on. It never came back up. The Deflategate was fucking hilarious, in my opinion. It really, really was. Oh, the balls had it was like just 3 or 4 pounds soft, every single one. Okay, both teams played with them.
Here's the truth that Andrew has that matters. The thing with Rose is Major League Baseball doesn't run the Baseball Hall of Fame. The writers do, and the baseball writers hold grudges till they die. That is what's happening with the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The 50 writers that are voting on this have grudges against Belichick because he was mean to them in the press conferences. And he never gave them what they wanted. Just short answers, blowing them off, and he did that for 30 years. And they're all pissed about it, so they're making him sit out a year.
If you his press conferences are right up there with the current Boston Celtics head coach's press conferences after the game. He gives no information. He just says like whatever, does it like the shortest possible answer, humanly possible, and then just stares at him.
Yep.
Like waiting for the next one.
The best example is they would ask him, hey, what happened in the game when Brady threw to blah, blah, blah? And he would say, we're on to Cincinnati. Not talking about the game that just happened. We're already on to Cincinnati.
We're already
not going to answer any questions about what just happened out there on the field.
That shit happened 30 minutes ago, dog. Yeah, that shit happened 30 minutes ago.
And then he would say, just whatever, take your face talk and your Insta person and post your stuff.
And he would do it wearing a cutoff sweater that looked like it hadn't been moth eaten and hadn't been washed in friggin' 2 weeks. Like as unpolished and just doesn't give a shit and it got worse the more Super Bowls that they won. Like he just didn't care. And I don't blame him, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to talk to them people neither. Like, bro, I got stuff to do.
Yeah, they would piss me off every week. I would just start yelling. Well, the last thing I want to leave you with is tomorrow's my surgery.
Yes, sir.
It is scheduled for tomorrow. I have put up a video that will launch at 12:15 tomorrow, so at least the time will be active. And it is a lost interview that I never made public, and it is with Kelly Baker at the 2023 CrossFit Games. It is on the Sunday of the CrossFit Games. It is after she got cut, then put back into the games, and then almost got cut and put back in a second time.
Like second time. She went and got a burger and a beer.
When she found out she wasn't getting to go back out. And so it's a nice little video. I've done some minor editing, but it's really raw. And I'm going to try to do the same for Friday's show too. Find an old video or an old interview that I haven't published and put it up for your view on Friday, just to keep the channel active for lunch over the next couple days.
Does she mention the burger and the beer? That's
what I need to know. She does. We talk about the burgers and beer.
That was so awesome.
Yeah. And so thank you everybody for the good luck and the prayers. I appreciate every bit of it. Again, it's just a clean out my sinuses and fix my septum. And I'll be able to breathe through my nose again. And then once I recover from that, then we reschedule the biopsy on my lungs and go from there. But at least this way we'll keep something rolling during lunchtime. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's a pretty good interview. And then I'll look tonight for another one for Friday and post that one up too. So
outstanding.
Hit the notifier so you know when the Kelly one goes live. It's out there already. And with that, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back sometime in the near future. because my nose will be packed until Monday morning. So I don't get it unpacked with the gauze and the stuff until Monday morning. So Sunday night is in jeopardy. We may move it. I'll have to talk to Carolyne and Jamie and get that figured out. But with that, guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy all the stuff we put up this week. And we'll see everybody next time on lunch. Oh, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and go get your Thirdsy. Thirdsy.com/Jazzy. 15% off your order. It is awesome. It tastes great. Love it. Go do it now. Yeah.